girl, I know you think it's a game, but it is absolutely not, okay? This is the energy supplement from Just Move Supplements. That's right. It's damn near all gone, girl. And that's because I had to get that energy up so I can complete the workout, so I can give y'all this body, this transformation, get into it, okay? And I'm done working out now, so that's why we're moving on to the protein shake. Oh yes, it's already in there, girl. It's already made right here. This is the mixture of the banana pudding, the chocolate cake, and the buttercream cupcake. And you really want to be fancy, you can go ahead and add that blueberry muffin if that's what you want to do, girl. But for me, it's these three right here, okay? You put that with some almond milk, you mix it all up in honey, okay? Your muscles have gained life, new energy, agility. Get into it, okay? Just Move Supplements. Thank you very much. Hold up, Chief. Okay, don't forget about that TLC NutriBurst to get that multivitamin probably, because we all need a little extra. And child, if you want that sea moss that go down smooth, don't come up rough, okay? Get into the TLC Nautica sea moss. Yes, get that from me. And child, if your stomach hurt and you need to move some things around so you can be free, okay, go ahead and get that ISO tea down below in the description box. Get it all from me. Come on in, come on in, come on in, not come on in, not come. Sorry, y'all know I'm weird, whatever.
Hey everybody, what's up? It's your girl BondyBlue. So let's go ahead. Hey everybody, what's up? It's your girl BondyBlue. Okay, follow me on Instagram and let's get into the video, right?
All right, y'all, just give me a moment because I was trying to figure out how I was going to do this, because I have seen people like play videos from shows and like put a blur over it. And, you know, I don't know if they're still getting their munties from that. So I'm going to, I'm trying to get these little photos for y'all right quick, right fast. Just give me a moment. But I need to show y'all what is going on Marriage Boot Camp, because I feel like we need to discuss it. Because I'm gonna start titling the videos, because Jesus Christ, I need for Amber and Miles to make sense, and it absolutely does not make sense, y'all. Like, you know he's gay. You know he likes men. You're mad at him because he likes men. He's now lying to you in order to make you happy and telling you that he's no longer interested in men. And then at the same time, he's blaming you for his interest in men because of your abuse of him. Why are y'all still doing this? Y'all, why are they still doing this? Love and Hip Hop Hollywood, the season that they were on, I believe that was season 3. They were on that show 6 years ago, y'all. 6 years ago. And here we are today, 2021. And Miles and Amber are still having the same argument they were having on Love and Hip Hop 6 years ago. It is insane to me. Hold up, y'all. I'm trying to see what's going on with this, because I'm trying to get this graphic, because I need for y'all to see this. I need for y'all to see it because it's a real thing. This is a real thing with abusive women. And y'all, I often talk about, you know, men being abusive. I do, because I grew up in a society where I feel like that's what I see more than anything. But at the same time, that doesn't mean we're also not going to talk about you women who do this to men, who abuse men, who put your hands on men,
who really put them in a situation where they kind of have to defend themselves against you because you're doing the absolute fucking most. And to me, Amber was doing the absolute fucking most. Sorry, y'all. I had to get this here. Child, I had to get the screenshots so that y'all could see. And this wasn't the only time throughout the episode that she put her hands on him, okay? But it happened enough in succession that made me feel like, and if the man were to get up and pop the shit out of you, you would be upset. Okay? But first of all, let's just go ahead and start here. Everyone is staying in hotels for 14 days, okay? So everybody has to quarantine and stay in a small hotel room for 14 days with their counterpart, right? Everyone is agitated upon coming into the house, right? Molly, Mao, and Treasure. I don't know why they believe that we think they would be in a real relationship. I do not believe for a second that Molly, Mao, and Treasure are in a real relationship. Molly Mao does not have the capacity to be in a real relationship with anyone because he is not a real person. And what I mean by that is Molly Mao does not let anybody see who he really is. He might be a producer and all of that, but to me, I see him as some type of version of a trope, a male trope, somebody that's successful, that has a lot of women, that has a lot of money, that wants to be in control, that thinks they're so great, but really their dick is probably this big. It's something about him that screams, I have to do all of this posturing and have the big muscles because I am insecure. I have to control women because I feel like if I didn't have all of this glitzy shit, they wouldn't want me. I think Molly Mao has mommy issues as well. I might be confusing him with Cisco, but child, the way these men treat women, you can't tell me that they don't have mommy issues because they treat women like people that they want to be in like combat with, but also fuck. It's very confusing. Either way, they say they met at a party in 2017. Treasure is an alcoholic. Okay. They also seem to be adopting the storyline that he's controlling, and she just wants to be submissive, but he doesn't really respect her, but she just wants to be submissive. Girl, the more you said it, the more it convinced me how much of a pick-me Treasure is. Treasure is such a pick-me. And it's unfortunate that getting dragged by Dime did not help her, kind of get out of the mindset. Now, it's obvious you no longer want to be a side chick. So, okay, you've learned from that situation. But here you are committing to be the weak woman in a relationship with a man that probably has a little bitty penis and a whole bunch of bravado. You could hurt his feelings and cut him to the white meat easy. Little dick, calm down. Okay. And didn't Molly Mao get indicted for federal sex trafficking charges? Yes, he did, which is amazing to me. Like, he's still out and walking around, because Molly Mao is definitely like a pimp. So it makes me feel like Treasure feels like a prostitute that he has now decided to take on this show so that they can get money from this or some notoriety from this. I don't know what Molly Mao has to gain from going on marriage boot camp with Treasure. I know what Treasure has to gain from going on marriage boot camp with Molly Mao, but I don't feel like their relationship is real for a second. Not for a second. That's why when we get to the end of the episode, he's all uncomfortable and all bothered by having to get into bed with her. Why are you bothered with having to get into bed with her? I thought y'all fuck. What's the problem? Somebody, we're gonna have to be on top of each other. Isn't that what you would want to do with her anyway? Why are you complaining about her big old ass? Ain't that what you like about her? To me, Molly Mao is a perpetrator of the Black community. Somebody that, can look the part and sound the part, but that's not really him. That's not really how he feels. That's not really what he wants. He would never really be in a relationship with a woman like Treasure, if you ask me. He doesn't value her at all. She's somebody that he can bring on this show to use. And that's why I feel like, were you working for him in some capacity, Treasure? Is that why you came on this show? I love him for real, y'all. No, no, no. Yeah, no. Treasure and Mao are not a real relationship, and I'm sure it's only a matter of time before the experts and Judge Lintola find out. Okay, Treasure was the one who wouldn't mind her business on that Love and Hip Hop trip with Jock, yes, and got dragged for their guard by Dime. If they don't take away the alcohol, this season isn't going to help any. It's not. They getting fucked up off rip. Mao is a whole joke. He's giving me DL vibes. I feel that too, especially when he was talking about, you shouldn't judge Miles if he likes men and he likes women. You shouldn't judge him. I was like, oh, really? Oh, really, Molly Miles? Oh, really? Okay. We shouldn't, but there was something in the tone of his voice. It's definitely giving Fizz and Tiffany, for sure. Like he doesn't have a big old gut with tattoo eyebrows. Child, he looks a mess. He looks a mess. And I feel like so many women allow for men who are pieces of shit with expensive jewelry on, basically. Like, there's nothing attractive about Molly Mall to me. But there's a woman out there that will accept total bullshit from him because nobody poured into her in a way to make her feel like she deserves better than the superficial bullshit that he's offering in exchange for all of the demeaning and disrespect and devaluing that he's actually giving. Child, exactly. Uncle Fester needs to get the fuck on somewhere. Treasure, I really wish that you would go and get some therapy and deal with your issues. You continue to show up on reality TV as the damaged hood black girl that's just trying so desperately to find a man to save her from her life instead of figuring out a way to stand on your own 2 feet. I want to be submissive. I'm Southern. I want to be submissive. I'm from Texas. I want to be submissive. Child, when I tell y'all I was Monie Love the whole time they were having that conversation, somebody come get her. Okay, somebody come get her. Marriage boot camp is an easy 100K per couple. This season is terrible. You serious? They making 100? I didn't think they would be paying them that much money for this shit. Anyway, moving on from their fake relationship, Monie Love and Tough have been together for 12 years. I mean, for 14 years with a 12-year age difference. And Monie doesn't understand why she's gotten cheated on so much in their relationship, but she keeps talking about him cheating on her when she was pregnant with their son. Mind you, their son is like 14, 13 years old at this point. So it's been a long time since he cheated on you during the pregnancy. But the funny part was him saying it was only with 3 girls, as if the amount means something. Nigga, it could have been 1. It could have been a half of a bitch. What are you talking about? If you cheating on me, I have a problem with that. Like, what are we talking about? Like 3 girls. That's it. That's all. It wasn't like 7. The fuck? Y'all niggas have really got to stop comparing yourselves to men who are shit. Meaning you think because you're not as terrible as the next nigga, that means that you're a good guy. No, you're not. No, you're not. Not saying that that's him, but his mindset and the way he vocalized that, I was just like, that nigga probably still cheating on her. It feel like that. But y'all know Monie is older. Monie Love is 12 years older than him. Not only that, Monie Love is the person that everybody knows. People don't really know him, but they know Monie Love. Okay, y'all know the Ooh Ladies First panel is based off that song, which is Queen Latifah and Monie Love. Okay, I love me some Monie Love, y'all. I even love the way she talks on the show. But I also feel like, why are you still holding on to him cheating on you during your pregnancy if you decided to stay with him? Why are you still holding on to that? Like, that was 14 years ago. Don't get me wrong. I understand that that's tough and that's hard. You know what I'm saying? But when you going to get over it? When you going to stop holding it against him? If you stayed with him. You stayed with him. So the only thing I can say is that if he has not continued to cheat on you and disrespect you, why are we still having the same conversation? Because your presence means that you've chosen to forgive him, correct? That's what it should mean. And as far as Jaguar, child, Jaguar can go sit her ass down somewhere, okay, talking about Monie was a trick. Y'all know why I don't like that? Because I feel like whenever a woman gets with a man, and because she is at a higher level than him or makes more money than him, that all of a sudden means that she's a trick and he's a hoe or some shit like that. Like, he can't possibly really love her because she make more money. The fuck? Monie's beautiful. Monie's very attractive. Why wouldn't he want to be with her? And they've been together for 14 years, y'all. That's not a one-off. Child, I don't know, but Monie Love was 17 in 88. So she's probably in her 50s and she looks amazing. They probably never talked it out. They just moved on and she held on to it. Exactly. But she need to get past that shit. She need to get over that shit. That boy is 14, about to be grown, and you still hurt and upset about something that happened all the way back then, but you chose to stay with this man. Y'all cannot stay with niggas if y'all are gonna be this mad about something this long. Leave him. and go free yourself of it. And if y'all come back to each other, great. But I almost feel like women hold on to men out of fear of what life will be like without them, which is a real fear. And I get that. Even when they're the breadwinner, even when they don't need the man, the idea of raising that child by herself or not being with him because she probably really loved him. Like, it's just, I don't like it. But I also don't like the fact that y'all make it seem like, you know, the Candies of the world and Monie Love, something wrong with them because they fell in love with men who don't make as much money as them. Like, y'all know y'all need to stop with that, right? Okay, because y'all swore up and down that Ty didn't really love Candy. 2 kids later in a fucking multi-million-dollar family and corporation together. What y'all got to say now? I'm just saying. We're gonna move on from there though. Because y'all, I just feel like y'all said the same thing about them. So Nori and Neri are on this show, I guess, because they couldn't get their point across on Love and Hip Hop Miami. Like, I'm so lost at why they're all over. Child, Nori must need the money. That's what I'm assuming, that Nori needs the money and probably thought it would be a good idea to help his wife with her business, to promote her new business that she has coming out, and also to help reinforce Drink Champs, okay, which is already highly successful. But you know, it's promotion. It's promotion. No matter what, Nori's showing up on different shows. It's promotion for his wife and promotion for him. But you know, he's controlling. He's an alcoholic. He wants her to do everything. Same old song. Y'all know. I want my wife to stay, you know, in the house. I want her to, you know, not work. And it makes it seem as if you're doing it to take care of her. But what you've noticed is that when she's in the house doing what you're telling her to do, you're controlling her. See, and that's another thing about these women that want to talk about, you know, women like Monie Love and all of that, talking about, oh, they a trick. Girl, fuck you. Okay? Because the truth of the matter is the balance of power. That's what y'all don't like. Y'all don't like the fact that when women have money in these relationships, the power struggle is not the same. Okay? Y'all always want for a man to be in the power role in a relationship. When the truth of the matter is, a lot of the times women with money still in some way allow for their men to be in some type of leadership role, even though men mainly say the reason why they feel like they should be able to control and run shit is because they pay for shit. But when a woman pays for shit, then all of a sudden, you know, it's a problem. She a sugar mama and all of this type of shit. I just feel like it's a really unfair double standard. But the truth of the matter is, a man or anybody having 100% control or of the money and all of that is a way for them to control the dynamics of the relationship. And I don't think that that's fair or balanced. Now, if women want to be in hypergamy relationships and they want to be at home all day cooking and cleaning while their man is out there working, that's a great life for people that want that. Absolutely. But I also feel like you have got to be honest about the fact that in those households, a lot of the times women completely relinquish control and power to their man, and sometimes in a way that is unhealthy. And like Neri said, I am not your maid. And he thinks that because he financially provides, that's all he has to do. It's like, oh, I made money. That means I ain't got to do nothing else. It's a cheat code. To me, it's a cheat code because for men, it works. You ain't got to do shit else. You can be a piss poor daddy, a piss poor husband, but as long as you're paying for shit, everybody's patting you on the back like you did something good. He's a good man. He's a good father. Don't do shit for the kids, but pay for shit. He's a good father. You know what I'm saying? A woman, on the other hand, a woman will go and get that money and work her ass off and then meet a man that may not make as much money as her, but is no bum. And somehow it's still spun in this negative way. In this negative way just because this lady has more control of her situation, because I feel like that's really what it is. Women with money that have more money in their relationships a lot of the times have more power in the relationship, and I think y'all try to devalue those women because a lot of male identified women, y'all don't like that, and y'all also don't like the fact that there are women out here that are doing for themselves what y'all all want men to do for y'all. Someone tell Bondi about the red pill, then she'll understand. um Is that the chocolate dude? Y'all really have gotten good at stealing pictures and stealing names, and you you slipped on that one. He's using my name, but he's using another picture, and that's the same picture as the guy from the last live. You're a weirdo. Please go. Like people, nor has Marceau energy. A lot of men have this same energy, and that's because they're able to steal our names. I don't know. I feel like they shouldn't even be able to create a name on YouTube if somebody else already has it. Y'all should have to put some numbers or some shit behind that. But some reason YouTube allows them to do that. So whatever. This person is stalking my live, obviously. Whoever this person is, they're obsessed. If they want to sit in the chat and argue, that's fine. Y'all just make sure y'all keep blocking them, keep ignoring them. Don't pay them no mind, because I'm not. But yes, people can also hate that women can have power and have a deeply in love relationship with a man. Yes. And another thing is, I feel like what men don't understand is that when you don't have to carry all the stress, then you can also be healthier. Nori is not healthy at all because he feels the stress. A lot of the fathers, the black fathers carried all the stress and all the worry and then drank themselves to death, or, didn't take care of themselves, or took their angst and anger out on their wives, i.e. Marceau. When really, if you would share some of the weight, it won't be so much on you. You know what I'm saying? But then that would also be giving some of the power up. And a lot of men don't want to do that because they want to be able to cheat code. They want to be able to do whatever the fuck they want to do, as long as they can say they're paying for it. This society allows it. Okay? So, egg is down, so the weirdos are back. Okay, that's what's going on. That's okay. Them hoes can keep giving me that view. Thank you, though. All right. So let's move on from Nori and Neri, and let's finally get to Amber and Brock. Y'all, I can't even wrap my mind around their relationship, to tell you the truth. Okay. So Amber and Miles, like I said, were on Love and Hip Hop Hollywood 6 years ago when Miles came out to her as bisexual. He was dating Milan Christopher at the time. Anybody that has been in, the Shade Room comments or anybody's comments, child, it's a big blog, you've seen Milan Christopher, okay? They eventually broke up. We thought Miles and Amber were no longer an item. And then we find out that they have been together this entire time. And for some reason, Amber, I feel they're both holding each other hostage. And I just don't understand why. I want to get to the bottom of why Miles has decided to stay in this relationship with Amber. She's physically and verbally abusive to you. You can blame her for you being gay all you like, but you like dick because you like dick, not because Amber is abusive. Okay? Stop that shit. Stop saying that. You've always liked men. You've always been attracted to men. He probably really is bisexual and enjoys sex or enjoys relationships with both, or he's allowing the family and societal pressure to keep him towing that line because he doesn't want to fully commit to one way or another. And so because he feels bad about himself, because he feels like he shouldn't be gay, that's why he's sitting up here acting like that's no longer how he feels and that's where he was back then. That's a lie. And she knows that. So instead of her letting him go and relinquishing him and saying, just go be who you are, or if you're going to be with him, allow him to be who he is. Bisexual in all, bitch. You don't get to rewrite who he is in order to be with him. That's not how this goes. Talking about, I'm waiting for him to define his sexuality before I have a baby with him. Bitch, what are you talking about? That man has already told you he's bisexual. And it does not matter how he goes back and forth in his mind. If this is consistently a problem in y'all's relationship, it's because he is bisexual and you refuse to accept him for who he is. So let him go. And Miles, She's not going to accept you for who you are. Stop using her as a way to have companionship because you don't want to go out there and be who you really are. You want to keep her close by so that family and friends and people who have issue with you being gay can look at your relationship with her and feel like, oh, well, he's not a whole loss. He's not completely, on their side. When the truth of the matter is, sir, it is what it is at this point. But she's abusive. She puts her hands on him and she feels like it's okay to disrespect him. And because he feels bad about himself, he allows her to do that. It's almost like I deserve this abuse, so I'm going to let her abuse me. And she's mad at him because he's not the straight man that she wanted him to be. And so instead of letting him go and go and find somebody that it actually fits the criteria of what she wants in a man, a father, a husband, she's going to hold on to him and then beat the shit out of him for not being who she wants him to be. It makes no sense. It makes no sense. It makes no sense whatsoever. It just doesn't. And let me explain something to y'all. When I tell y'all, if I get mad enough at a nigga, I have been known to do exactly what she's doing. So please, y'all, when I was looking at this, I was like, Brittany, you have got to remain above this type of bullshit. Meaning, no matter how somebody disrespects you, do not allow that, y'all, gluttons for punishment. That was exactly my thought, Brittany. That was exactly my thought. They are both the same. They are gluttons for punishment. They like the pain. They like the fight. They like all of this bullshit. Just like she called him a drama queen, so is she. They are both exhausting. And I feel so bad for Amber's daughter that has to be a part of this relationship because they air each other out in front of that little girl. I can only imagine what she thinks a healthy relationship is supposed to look like. Watching her mama be in a relationship with a man constantly complaining about his sexuality. And Amber, I'd like to let you know that it doesn't matter whether you are with a man that is straight or bisexual. You can never know 100% that he's never going to cheat on you. You either going to trust him or let his ass go. But he is bisexual at least, and at minimum. And you need to accept that. Either accept him for who he is, love him for the man that he is, or let him go and find what you are looking for. But y'all relationship is so fucking toxic. I mean, first she knock his hat off. Then she knock his glasses off. Then she hit him upside the head. Then she throw a drink in his face. Then she call him a bitch in front of everybody. And he's already a gay bisexual man that feels that he is often emasculated around other straight cisgendered black men. And you turn your ass around and add to that by hitting him, demeaning him, and basically abusing this man and making him bitch up in front of these men, emasculating him further. And then you say he embarrasses you. You embarrass yourself. You embarrassed your fucking self. Like Dr. Ish told you, you embarrass yourself. You are a grown-ass woman in control of your own feelings, emotions, and your hands. And you decided to say that this man was taking you out of character. No, ma'am, that is exactly who you are. You are out of control of your emotions. You're immature. And you need to get yourself under control. It doesn't matter what he says. And I absolutely believe he says things to antagonize you. I absolutely believe he says those things to get that response out of you. But when are you going to take yourself out of the situation? You had your face on the motherfucking pavement crying about this man being gay. And 6 years later, you were still in a relationship with him, asking him to define his sexuality for you. You just don't like the answer that was given. Judge Lintola said it on there. She said a lot of times y'all come looking for an answer and you just don't like the answer. So you keep looking for another one. I know plenty of people like that. Okay, go around looking for somebody to validate their bullshit. They got the right answer the first time, but that's not what they wanted to hear. This relationship, I feel like, is terrible. It's terrible because she beats up on him and then sees herself as the victim because of what he said. Girl, get yourself together. You are embarrassing yourself, and you're putting the shame on him And you're really shaming yourself by your actions. Thank you, pretty Mrs. G, for the super chat. Bondy, I love and appreciate your deeper commentary. Sometimes in this case, I haven't even seen the episode and I still watch you. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Pain is not, I mean, love is not pain, y'all. It's not. If Amber is Miles' only point of reference on what to expect from women, I see why he'd rather be on his side, on the side of the fence. I'm just saying. Yeah, no, I don't accept that. And I'm gonna tell you why I don't accept that. Because he is a grown-ass man that I'm sure has cheated on her with other women. You've seen other women. You've been around other women. But what have you decided to do? Stay in a 20-year relationship with a girl that you was in high school with. Why? For what? Tell me why. Because when you came out as bisexual, when you came out as being in a relationship with a man, that was your way out, Miles. Miles does not want to fully fit into his gay box. That's what that is. He don't want to fully be in that box. And I think he feels like as long as he still is being seen with her or having sex with any women, then he can keep himself from being seen like the rest of the gay boys, like Milan. It's stupid. It's a self-hatred thing that's happening, if you ask me. They both are scared to walk away. And why? If someone makes you get out of character, leave. If someone is beating you, recognize your worth and walk away. Life will be much better. Megan, you said nothing but the truth right there. The review is better than the episode. Thank you, Crystal. I appreciate you, boo. Yeah, they're doing this for money. They not together. Yeah, you're probably talking about Treasure in Molly Mao for sure. Plenty of women will date bi men. Get one of them. Exactly. I feel like with this day and age, people are way more open than they used to be, especially because even though Miles, he's a power, he might be a power bottom or a middle or top. Okay. I probably think he's a top. Okay. So there, he might not have a lot of the effeminate ways. Honestly, the fact that he allows her to hit on him the way he does, I feel like it's him trying to stand in his masculine and not act like the effeminate man that people think he's going to be and pop off on her ass like I feel like some gay boys would do. Like, Milan and them probably would dress her ass the fuck down. You know what I'm saying? But him trying to stand there and just walk away is him proving to be a man while accepting her abuse. Nah, fuck out of here. Fuck out of here. Fuck out of here. That girl is unhappy with herself. That's why she unhappy with you. And you unhappy with yourself. That's why you unhappy with her. Y'all both need to get y'all shit together because this shit, this shit is not the waste way. It is not the waste way. I don't know if I would even call it biphobia. I don't know if I would even call it that because I feel like whenever we attach phobia on something, it adds so much more vitriol onto it than what it really is. This is not about people being bisexual. This is about Milan going back and forth with his sexuality within the confines of a relationship with a woman that is begging him to say he's not. So both of them have responsibility to be honest, be real, and walk away, and neither one of them are doing that. My God, Miles and Amber just need to leave each other alone. The trauma bonding of it all. Yes, absolutely. If Amber doesn't want to be with a bi man, then break up, but making life miserable because you can't accept his truth is terrible. It really, truly is. It really, truly is. And there's no amount of alcohol and quarantine time that's going to make me believe that this is not the norm for them. A lot of y'all feel like because y'all don't see something all the time that it's not somebody's norm. But the truth of the matter is you only need to show me a behavior 1 or 2 times in order for me to understand that's how people get down. That's what I was saying about G and Mia. Mia is probably often being disrespected when G gets too drunk, and G probably often gets too drunk. So, I said it was toxic because it is. In my view, it's toxic. People wanted to argue with me about that. But I feel like they just don't have the same understanding of what toxic is because a lot of people have normalized toxic behaviors, especially in the Black community. We very much normalize talking to our partners in terrible ways and saying any old thing to people. And I don't get down with that. Fuck you. I don't care. Y'all can say what y'all want to say. But if I'm in love with you and you in love with me, there is a certain level to which we should not go under. in order to keep that level of love and respect for one another. And people feel like they can just say any old thing to somebody because they're in a relationship with them. And I would like to let y'all know that that is not true. I have had a long-term relationship with somebody that said some terrible things to me when we were younger. And it fractured our relationship in a way that cannot be regathered. It can never be regathered in the way that it was. It can never be in my spirit in a place that it was, because that person got to a place with me where they decided that them being angry was the most important thing. Fuck my feelings, fuck how I feel, talk to me any old kind of way, throw all kind of things in my face. Once you've done that to me, the bond is now broke. And we can move on from there. We can have a different type of relationship, but the relationship is changed. And that's just that on that. So yeah, fighting and arguing with your partner has rules. Absolutely. Especially if you expect to have respect in your relationship. A lot of y'all may not expect to have respect in y'all's relationships, but I absolutely do. And I'm going to say it again. I absolutely try to refrain from putting my hands on Lyric in this manner. It's something I used to do. I try so hard not to do this anymore because I would never want to disrespect him in front of people or make him feel less than in front of anybody. This is not the way, Sway. It's not. I'm telling you that from a person that has done this and feels the need to do this. You got to check yourself about this type of shit, because it's not healthy and it's not okay. And it's not all right to show your daughter that this is how you treat a man that you supposedly love, is to beat up on them because you mad about who they are, because you can't come to terms with you needing to make a different decision. He don't need to be different. You need to be different. I said what I said. Yeah, same folks that possibly let their bosses also be verbally abusive and tyrants to them as well. I don't take that shit neither. I don't know who the fuck you think you are. Thank you, Nikita Harper, for the cash app. He act like he doesn't love himself. He knows this ain't gonna work with Amber. Is he bored? No, I think that's what it is. I think he doesn't love himself, and I think he feels like he is making some sacrifice by staying in this relationship with her. But really it's because he's too scared to go out there and really live in his truth. I think Amber is a crutch. I think Amber is a crutch that keeps him in a space of limbo. It keeps him in the middle. It keeps him from having to fully commit to whoever he really is, because he's scared and he feels like his family and everybody around him are not going to accept him if he is fully out here with just ding-a-ling instead of going back and forth with her. What did Joaquima say? I missed it. A lot of people normalize toxicity, and some damage is irreversible. It really is. It really, really is. They got some people in my family right now that I just can't fuck with. And they can categorize that as me being absentee. They can categorize that however they want to, but I will not allow you to abuse me because you can't control your anger or because you can't control your emotions. I will not allow you to do that. I put up boundaries real quick. I don't give a fuck who you are. Do you hear me? Thank you to Panda 3031 for the super chat. Forgiveness doesn't always mean continuing the relationship. You can't abuse and disrespect people, then expect them to continue the relationship. Nope. Exactly. This is deep. I don't even watch this show. Have no clue what we're talking about, but this is about human behavior, seems like. Yes, Brenda. I often like to take these shows and, basically make conversation about human behavior, especially amongst the Black community. Okay. And Amber just wants to hurt him because she was hurt and felt lied to. Yeah. But she needs to take some responsibility in that, because now the truth has been given to you and you're still here expecting a different answer. So at some point, you need to take responsibility for your part in your own pain. Life is too short to live like this. That's hell on earth. Jeez. Child, you ain't never lied, Dion. You ain't never lied, girl. But yeah, y'all, that's all I got for this episode. I definitely will be coming back to y'all. If these views are 6,000 and above, this will be coming back to y'all in full review by itself. If not, we'll make some alterations and maybe, it can be a part of, a life after lockup mix or something else. But we'll see how it all, comes out. Yep, the gaslight folks with boundaries like that by saying they're too sensitive or they're bitter. Thank you, Lisa, for the cash app. Yeah, it's a shame. But I love y'all. I enjoy the conversation. I hope y'all had a good time with me today. But it's Friday, y'all, and my time is up. So y'all know y'all can look for me on Sunday for the weekends on OWN. I'm not sure if Ready to Love comes back yet. Let me look and see. I don't know if that comes back this week or next week, but I know, Love and Marriage Huntsville and Family or Fiance will be grouped together on Sunday. Yes, no. There's no Ready to Love just yet. So that's probably next week. Excuse me. I might look at the couples, and then on Sunday when we talk about Family or Fiance and Love and Marriage. Oh wait, hold up. There is no Family or Fiance this week, so it's only Love and Marriage Huntsville. Okay. So y'all know what that means. That means that I'm going to get on live with only my members on Sunday to talk about Love and Marriage Huntsville, and I'll cut a little tease out of that live and give it to everybody else, and y'all can check that out. And if y'all want to see the full review, then y'all can become members of my channel. Because there's no Family or Fiance, so it's all for the members in the Patreon. So next Friday it'll be back, where I give y'all a little snippet in a live, and then y'all gotta catch the rest in my full review for my patrons and my members. All right. Thank you, moderators, for coming through. Please don't forget the time code. No, because if y'all want time code the couples, that would be cool. Just in case people really just wanted to hear me talk about Miles and Amber, because that's how I titled the video. But anyway, I appreciate y'all so much. Thank you for coming through, and I'll talk to you.